right, so we're gonna go into our level 2 core exercises. So just a reminder, one, I would not start any of these exercises until you talk to one of the doctors. Some of these are amazing rehab exercises, but they are more taxing on the spine. And if you haven't built a foundation of strength and stability, a lot of these can be too much and can start to cause a little bit of pain. So squats and deadlifts are the two most exercises to activate the core. However, if you're injured, you probably don't have the stability to go right into squatting and deadlifting, so we need to start adding weight in ways that's safer for the spine. So one of the number one exercises, and probably the least used but best exercise for total body strength and stability, is going to be farmer's carry and single arm farmer carries. So the reason they're so beneficial is they're extremely important for postural stability. They're really good for your lower back because they stabilize, because when the weight is moving down to your sides, your body has to resist that excess movement. So extremely good for your back. They're also really good for your shoulders. You're going to see these again in the shoulder rehab series, but for now, we're going to start with the dumbbell farmer carries, kettlebell farmer carries, however you would like. So double arm farmer carries, you just want 2 kettlebells, 2 dumbbells, and these should be moderately heavy. Most people are a lot stronger than they think they are in this position. So this is one of those exercises where it's fairly safe to push yourself as far as the weights go, because most likely something's going to give out before your low back and you won't be able to continue to the point of injury. So I have some light kettlebells here. All you're going to do is pick them up down to your side, and then, as simple as it sounds, you're just going to walk. And then just for the side, even though there's not really a lot to see here, you're just going to take them and you're just going to walk. Okay, so the reason I give such a simple description is most people try too much to maintain perfect posture and to keep the kettlebells perfectly stable. That's not really necessary. You really just walk. Your body will put you in the right position with this exercise because there's not weight pulling you forward or backwards. So don't pull your shoulder blades together and stand up real straight. Just carry them and start walking in a straight line. Now, that's really good for all around core bracing and stability, but if we want to challenge a little more lateral forces, then we want to switch to a single arm farmer carries. Now, with this exercise, there is a little more emphasis on your position because you're only going to be holding weight on one side. It's going to try to pull you down, and that resisting is what's going to strengthen the muscles on the opposite side. So when you're doing a single arm, it is a little more important that you're not trying to lean this way to keep it from pulling you down, or that you're letting it drag you down to the other side. Also, when you're working with the lighter to moderate weights, if you keep it slightly off of your side, that can help as well. But same kind of deal, I don't want you trying to stand up perfectly straight or doing anything fancy. Hold the kettlebell down to your side and just walk. Same thing from the side, you're literally just walking. So this works the opposite side of whatever side you're holding the kettlebell. So if you're working your left side, you're going to hold the kettlebell on your right. Again, you should be doing this on both sides. Same thing as before. This is going to be just a progression. You should be building on these exercises as you go, as with traditional weight training. So start with a weight you feel comfortable. I like to recommend a weight you can probably only walk 50 to 100 feet. Maybe half the length of a basketball court if that helps for reference. But you shouldn't really be doing a weight that you can walk for more than 30 or 45 seconds. This is something that if you do it a little bit heavier, you will get more results. So as you get stronger, it's a good idea to start investing in some weight straps. So you just put them on your wrist. If you already work out a lot, you probably have a set. If not, you can get them for less than $10 on Amazon. It just helps take your grip out of the equation, so you can really start pushing into the heavier kettlebells, and those are good to do as well. So that's a great exercise, really probably something that everyone should be doing. Primary human movement pattern is extremely important. So the next exercise we're going to go into is sort of an advanced version of the plank, but it also includes some anti-rotation, some thoracic spine stabilization, just an all-around great exercise. Quite difficult. Once you do it, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's going to be a plank with a pull through of a kettlebell or dumbbell. So I have another kettlebell here, a lighter one. I'm going to show this from the front, and then we'll go to the side. So what you're gonna do is set the kettlebell down to the side and you're gonna get in a push-up position. I'll slide this back. Push-up position. So you're gonna do a push-up and you're going to stabilize your core and reach under and drag the kettlebell through, go back down, reach under, pull it through, just like that. Same kind of deal, just build up in strength. You might start with a 5-pound dumbbell. You might be really strong and you start with a 50. So it's just important that we try to limit that excess movement, but that's a great exercise. So I'm gonna show it from the side, then we'll go from there. You will have a little bit of twisting in the spine and pelvis, no matter what, when you do this exercise, because you have to reach underneath your body. So from the side, just like that. All right, great exercise, really demands a lot of your core. Very important to modulate those, gauge your tolerance, and then we'll go from there. So the next exercise, as I stated at the beginning, squatting and deadlifting requires more core activation than any other exercise, but sometimes it's not in the cards for rehab, although eventually everyone should be able to squat and deadlift safely. So an easier variation that puts more tension on the posterior chain, meaning your low back, your glutes, your hamstrings, is gonna be a Romanian deadlift. You can do this from a rack if it's easier for you to get the weight off the rack versus taking it off the ground if you have a low back injury. So just showing that there, you can take it off this way, step back, do your exercise. I'm gonna show it off the ground so that I can turn and we can show you from the front and the side. So the main difference between a Romanian deadlift and a conventional deadlift is with a Romanian deadlift, you're bending more at the hips and less at the knees. The bar is not gonna go down to the ground, which is why it puts so much more tension on your glutes, your low back, your hamstrings. So from the front, I will show you a few reps and then we'll switch to the side, go from there. So just feet right underneath your shoulders, hands even with your shoulders. You're gonna go down, pick the weight up, and you're just gonna lean it forward until you feel a lot of tension on your hamstrings and your glutes. Come back up, back down, come back up. So I'm gonna turn it, we'll show you from the side, and I'll show you a regular deadlift versus Romanian. So for a conventional deadlift, more knee bend, less low back, less hamstring, less glute. You probably, certainly will not be as strong doing this as you are regular deadlifts. So this will make you extremely sore because eccentric loading, which is loading in a stretched position, causes more muscle soreness. So the first time you do this, do less than you think because you're probably gonna be extremely sore. So regular deadlift, I will do 2 reps and then we'll do a Romanian deadlift. So and then we'll do Romanian. Notice that I'm pushing my hips back. My back is staying flat. Come back up. Hips back. Little bend in the knees. Back up. Just like that.